Hello. Now, a while ago, I think I did a video blog about how Ipswich Labour are so Labour. They've actually managed to saddle us with about 20 million quid of debt by buying a contaminated site, basically. Was it 8 million for the site, 10 million to clean it up, or was it the other way around? I can't remember. Anyway, there was a couple of questions asked about this at yesterday's full council meeting. The first one was asked to some bloke or other who wants to be RMP by the leader of the Conservative group yesterday. Nadia Chenchi asked a question. The reply was a bit sharp. And, well, basically, he didn't answer the question. Anyway, here it is.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councillor Ellesmere has said in the media that several parties have shown interest in the development of the Sugar Beet land. Could he confirm who they are and or what proportion are potential suppliers as opposed to potential employment for the town?
Councillor Ellesmere. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As Councillor Chenchi must surely be aware, due to commercial sensitivity, it clearly would not be appropriate for me to say exactly who has been in touch with the council. However, I can say that we have been contacted by a number of people, including developers, potential occupiers, and people keen to work for and with us on bringing forward the site.
Thank you. Have you a supplementary, Councillor Chenchi?
Only to say that I did ask what proportion, even though the sensitivity of actually saying the names, it would be quite nice to know if the majority were developers, majority were suppliers. That's what I was getting at.
Thank you.
So the question actually wasn't answered.
Okay. Councillor Ellesmere. Thank you. We then move to a question.
And now that was a complete farce, wasn't it? I mean, he didn't answer the question by... he used the commercial sensitivity tag as an evasion tactic. He evaded answering the question. He could have actually said what percentage are private and what percentage are public. Well, it's simple. It was a simple question, but he didn't want to answer it. So he came out with commercial sensitivity to avoid answering it. Councillor Lockington, the Lib Dem, later asked a question about the ownership and asked whether the borough actually now owns the full site. And the next question she asked, I thought was quite good. I mean, are you going to borrow any more money somewhere to buy other places? And he came out with this thing about they've got a fund where they can dip into to buy land when it comes available. So, he didn't actually say that you know, the question is, would they actually borrow more money to buy more land? That is the thing. Anyway, here's the bit between Councillor Lockington and
site within Labour District Council, now wholly owned by Ipswich Borough Council.
Councillor Ellesmere.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The officers have prepared a detailed response for me on this question, and if councillors will bear with me, I'd like to read it out in full. Yes.
Councillor Lockington, have you a supplementary?
Yes, I have. Does Councillor Ellesmere, as the leader of the council, have a list of other land and property, either within or outside borough, which he would like the borough to buy?
Thank you. Councillor Ellesmere.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Councillors will be aware that in our first budget we set up a opportunity opportunity purchase fund for the council, which we have made a number of purchases to bring land and properties into the council's ownership. We are intending to carry on that fund, but the clue is in the title. These are opportunity purchases. We don't necessarily go out with a plan to buy land. It is what comes onto the market at any particular time. But we have set up a fund to enable us to take advantage of those opportunities that do occur.
Thank you.
Now there was another classic example of a question not being answered. Councillor Lockington's question was, is there any more thing purchase you would like to borrow to buy? The question wasn't about a fund being available. It was talking about this fund being available to buy property with when it becomes available. But like the thing is, they didn't use this fund, did they, to buy this, or did they? I don't know. But they've actually put us 18 million quid in debt. They've borrowed 18 million pounds. I mean, 18 million pound has been borrowed. They didn't use the fund to pay for the buying of the Sugar Beet factory. They borrowed 18 million quid, which is going to amount to a 20 million quid debt in the future, which is going to be paid for by the council taxpayers of Ipswich. So he didn't answer that question. I mean, the thing is, at yesterday's meeting they put up council house rent, they always put up council tax, and now they're borrowing money and spending on things that are useless. I mean, any commercial venture that takes place at the Sugar Beet factory, the business rates will go to Bayborough, not Ipswich. But that didn't stop them buying it. So it's a pointless, stupid buy. And they've borrowed loads of money to pay for a pointless and stupid buy. And the tax, as every year, if I put up council tax, tax, spend, borrow, tax, spend, borrow. Ipswich Labour are same old Labour.